So let's make sure. Yes. Excellent. All right. So welcome one and all. So this is going to be what is hopefully the start of many other sessions along these lines with what I'm going to affectionately refer to as the TTRPG gang. So there could be rotating people coming in and out, as well as definitely, hopefully, rotating systems as well. So tonight we have an assortment of players who are ready to play in a game called Honey Heist. Honey Heist is a one pager that's written by Grant Howitt. Some TTRPG enthusiasts may know Grant Howitt from his company that he's a part of, Rowan Rook Descartes, and they have some very excellent TTRPG systems. I think Spire and then Heart are two of his more popular ones, and they are actually you can play them separately or play them together. Um, Spire is a very highly political, I believe it's an Elven World type game. Whereas Heart, I think it's Heart the City Beneath, which looks like this, and it's very cool. Sorry, plug for no reason, but Heart the City Beneath,
Looks cool.
and it is a darker version of what Spire is, as I understand it. So, because I've not played Spire yet, but anyway, yeah, and Grant Howitt did I want to say like a 6 book series, like folders, like hard folders of one page RPGs. Honey Heist is one of them, and it was the one that really kind of broke him out into the industry, and got him a ton of notice, especially with like just real plays and things like that people were doing with it, like game testing and everything when it first came out. And I think people have built upon it as it's progressed throughout the time. So. Before we jump in, it would be great, I think, to go around the virtual table and you can each introduce yourselves and your character. So I'm just gonna pick the first one, and so Krista, you're first in my spot, so you can hand it off to somebody, or somebody can just go after you, but you will go first, please.
All right. So I am Krista. I make D&D slash TTRPG content on TikTok and YouTube. I host a roundtable where I ask DMs questions about TTRPGs. Um, yeah, that's me. I am playing sup name's Chad. Um just a chill guy, love to go to the gym. Yeah, that's me. And I will hand it off to Kara.
Okay. I am Kara. I go by Karafish27 on places that have handles, most of them, although I am most active on TikTok. And I am here to play Bindi Sunshine Mahoney. She is a sun bear and she's wearing a fez and she is just really happy to be here. Like this is going to be great, you guys. We are going to get so much honey. It is the best. And I'll pass to Autumn.
Okay, hi everybody. I'm Autumn. I love being a fan of different creators on here. Very involved in following everybody. I also do character builds. I post about like different things that my characters are doing in their games. And I love just being super supportive for everybody in different communities that I'm involved in. I go to Gen Con and all that type of stuff. My character is Harriet, and they are a hacker, and they are all about being very orderly and are actually a lot like Alec Hardison from Leverage, except as a lady bear. So I'm very excited to play that. And being that I now get to pass it to somebody, I am going to pass it to my rival, Dystress, who is playing uh, a kind of another type of character. So Dystress, take it away.
Hi, I'm Dystress. I have a TikTok as well. I do Dungeons and Dragons content. Put a lot of memes out there, and I stream usually around 7, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to ask me questions on D&D, tell me about your characters and race, I'm like the person you want to talk to. I'm playing Pandemonium. He's a cracked out kind of bear. He's pretty crazy and unhinged, and he just likes to hack things. And like Harriet said, I'm her rival, so that's about it. This is Kagome back here.
Aw,
Nice.
very nice.
Love the four-legged fuzzy guest star. Our two are currently wandering somewhere around the house or bothering their mother. Excellent. And I go by Bill in the world, and Bill plays RPGs on TikTok and on other social media platforms, but I try the hardest on TikTok. Um, and I do actually have a recurring a podcast that comes out on Wednesdays on a few different streaming services called Wednesday Night Crew. Um, and I can't believe they let me record it and start to put it out there, but I'm glad they did because it's been a blast, and I love to share TTRPG stuff in general. Been playing on and off for quite a long time since AD&D. I've taken some chunky breaks in my middle of my life, but I'm so glad that I came back to the hobby. Um, and I use that term loosely because I feel like I would call it a passion. So let's dive in, and I'm going to share a little bit of visual content here for the sake of immersion, but nothing too crazy. Someday I'll be a real pro, and I'll use like an owlbear rodeo or something and start going down that path. But
Ooh, heck
one step at
yeah.
a time, I
It
guess, you
is
know?
nice. It is
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, I believe it. I've actually like I've signed into it and seen it. I haven't really messed around with testing it yet. I'm gonna subject the Wednesday night group to a few other things because we usually just use Zoom and share PowerPoints and stuff, and it works. But I think it's time to ramp up the game, and that seems like the easier one to do. So
Heck
hopefully you
yeah.
can see my screen okay.
Yep.
We
Great.
do.
All
Hmm.
right. Okay, so I just wanted to show a visual here. So it is fall in upstate New York in the Adirondacks. It is time for HoneyCon 2025. It's a special time of year when humans are out in droves to look at the leaves, catch photos, and consume pumpkin spice things. You are about to undertake the greatest heist that the world has ever seen. You have a complex plan that requires very precise planning, and you are a goddamn bear. The setting of HoneyCon 2025 is at a creepy lakeside camp called Misty Pines Camp. The owner, Brett Ludacrisp Applebottom, is a world famous apple grower that is a master of GMO apple growing. He's found an opportunity to fix up his family's old campsite and convinced HoneyCon to host the 2025 event at Misty Pines Camp. So here's what you know. So Brett Ludacrisp is cunning and sly. Aside from tons of honey, the prize is the queen of all bees that will be on display for all to see at HoneyCon. Security is tight, and the prize is protected not only by a laser grid, a laser alarm grid, but also a few armed guards. So your goal, get all the honey, get the prize, and retire from this life of crime, flush with honey. So we're going to start out where because essentially you're a crew, you're together, we'll say that you've been together on previous heists of some sort, but this is the big score, right? So you kind of have to put your heads together to think of what the best approach is as I set the stage here for you. Um, so this is a general map of the campsite area. And if just picture, if you will, around the outskirts of the camp, that there's a lot of forests. This is in the Adirondacks, so you could be on like more of a foothill mountain, with a small, like very modest, like cabin that you guys have managed to like hole up in for the last couple days, because HoneyCon is about to happen, and it's actually starting like tomorrow. So you really have the time today to kind of maybe check the place out, and figure out exactly how you want to approach this. But meanwhile, you have a bear on the inside, and this bear is named Candy. That's Candy with an I. Uh, she's disguised as a camp counselor. She has come to you all with a map which shows you many details of the layout of the campsite and points out to you where the laser alarm wires are, which are all on and around the stage/auction area in the center of the map, and the armed guards, which are positioned around the perimeter of the stage at the corners. So by the stairs going on either side of the stage, left or stage right, as well as on the back corners. So there's essentially four guards that look to be armed. Um, and I will please pay some attention to some of the descriptors I use, because I mean, you're bears. How much do you know about real human world here, right? So like from your perspective, they appear to be armed. So let's see. And then yeah, so she shows you all this. Says, okay, so this is where the gods are, and this is the alarm system and stuff. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. I like Chad. I know you're pretty smooth and all, but you got to be gentle. Maybe you're not the one to try to tippy toe through the alarm stuff. You remember what happened last time? You almost got caught. It wasn't a good scene.
I mean, like, I don't see the problem with like using my muscles to like do stuff, bro.
I know. I care about all of you. I mean, this is the big score. This is the thing. And Panda, you and Harry, you need to get along this time. I mean, you guys have been doing okay, but this is the last time, and then you guys can go your separate ways.
That's that's grizzly business. We'll figure it all out.
Yeah,
So,
don't worry about it. It's all good. I'm getting my bear cave after this, and it's not going to be an issue.
okay, great. All right, so here's the map, and here's some day passes that I got for you guys. So you take the thing and you hang it around you. Now just be careful you don't get caught on anything, right? You hang it down so the humans can see it, and then you can get in and you can go wherever you want and do stuff until you see the queen bee, because it's not going to come out until later in the day. So you got some time to sort of figure things out. But you have today too. You have tomorrow and you have today. You can scout out, make the plan, whatever you need to do. But I probably should get back to work though. And then if you need something, just use the signal. When you're down in the camp, and if I see the signal, then or hear the signal, I'll come running. Okay.
Guys, what's the signal?
Oh, I don't remember either. Could you remind us what the signal is again, please?
Yeah, it's you take your arms and you do like a chicken dance.
Oh,
Like you got wings.
Oh,
Yeah, like that.
nice.
Like
Yeah. No,
like
no,
Yeah.
no,
no,
Chad, you
a
don't
little
you
more
don't flex your
flappy.
chicken. You don't
You gotta flap.
flex your chicken wings. You gotta flap them. You gotta flap them a little bit. Okay,
There you
Oh,
go.
all
that's
right.
good. Good
Yeah, I think
job.
Yeah.
we got it.
Good job. Okay, great. Okay, awesome. I'm so glad you guys remembered. Okay. All right, I gotta go because I'm gonna get in trouble. So I'm gonna go. I mean, I just told them I had to take a bio break. So I've been gone a little while. I gotta go.
All
And
right.
and Candy takes
Andy, have a
off.
very awesome day.
Roll a d20, please, and tell me what you get.
Well,
You said 12?
yep,
Wonderful. Okay.
that's a D20.
Perfect. Love that. A very awesome day. All right. So yeah. So this is where a little bit of that interpersonal character role play comes in, and it's time for you guys to figure out your approach to the heist. So you really have two options. You can talk amongst yourselves and plan versus the map that you see and start to think through things that way. Um, or if you want to actually go check it out and check out the layout the day before it actually opens, you do also have that option as well. So maybe, kind of talk amongst yourselves to figure out what you want to do.
All right, Pandemonium. So we know there's lasers. Okay. Now, do you still have access to that one thing that's gonna block out their firewall?
I mean, I have the explosives.
No,
That'll
no,
do it.
Yeah, no, that would do it too, but we're not looking to knock out the power for the entire camp. We're just looking to knock out. Oh, goodness. So what we're looking to do is we're looking to go undercover, not out in the wild. Like we're gonna get lost there. Like I think we need to be more sneaky. We you know what I mean? Like in the picnic basket. Like we gotta sneak up in the picnic basket. So we gotta take out the lasers without alerting everybody.
So maybe we just hide in big honey barrels and we just walk around. Nobody will know. But we can also cut the wires.
Where the barrel?
Where the barrel? Exactly. Nobody will see us. They'll just think we're honey
Oh,
barrels.
that's perfect. And then whenever we want to like stop, we can just like duck down and we're just a barrel.
Exactly.
We're a series of barrels.
I-
Barrels, even.
You roll a d20 if you don't mind, please.
It was
I
a
appreciate
bad
that.
pun. I would not blame you if you didn't count that one.
That was good.
6.
Oh, they all count. They all count.
6.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Ah.
All right. Got it. Okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna
Yeah,
fit in a
please continue.
barrel.
Good
Well,
point.
maybe we just take 2 barrels and we hammer them together and make one on top of each other.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm no
Or
bear.
does Ched need a bigger one that's bigger around?
I mean, my muscles are pretty big. I'm no Bearlock Holmes, but I think we should case this place and check it out.
Does anyone know how big this queen bee is?
Roll a
Is
d20, please.
she actually like oh yeah.
That's a 1.
Nice.
Wah, wah, wah. That's all right.
Is she like
There'll be
is
more
she,
opportunities, I'm sure.
like actually like a queen bee, or is she like a people-sized queen? I don't quite understand. I think if we're gonna grab her, we need to know how big she is.
So Candy has left, by the way. Just
I
want to
know.
make that clear.
I'm just
So.
asking the others, which means I know out of game. I know they don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm asking out loud.
Yeah. Fair.
I've never seen her.
Mm,
I don't know. I
okay.
think if she's like a physical bee, that should be pretty easy.
Could just put her under my fez.
They'll never know.
Perfect. Okay. I'm so glad we got that cleared up. It was very important.
So do you have is there a want to case out the place at the camp at all prior and check out things a little bit more closely since it's not honeycon yet, So it's pretty chill at the
Dude.
moment if you want to do any initial perimeter checks or anything.
Yes, would love to.
Are all the wires and everything already there for the laser? Do you think?
Well, you'll find out when we approach,
Cool. Yeah, let's go
when you
check it
guys
out.
approach. So yeah, who's leading the way?
I'll lead the way. So we're going to these lasers, right? And
Yep.
we just take some bamboo and we stick the lasers in the bamboo, and it's like a light stick. And nobody will know because the lights will come from the bamboo instead of where they're supposed to go.
What? Where did you just get bamboo?
I've always had bamboo.
Where did you get lasers? Oh, wait, no,
Lasers are
never
on the
mind.
stage.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Well, I was more thinking these tiny little like what do you call those things? Like mirrors. That might be a safer bet. We could reflect them and open up a little opening, but let's see what they got set up first.
Yeah. Let's go look.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, who's leading the way from a group standpoint? Who's leading the charge?
I think it's just everybody's leading the charge.
Okay, fair. No, that's fine. All right, so you guys, so you all walk down the side of the foothill, and you find yourself coming from the left side of the camp that you can see here, right where the activity cabins are located. And you see there's some people like sort of fumbling, rushing around, setting up some last minute things, putting up more streamers. You see a lot of streamers of what's like it's like a mixture. There's like bee little like lights that look like little mini beehives and stuff, and there's like all sorts of little like bee lights and decorations all over strewn across between the cabins, activity cabins to Honey Row, and that whole area is all decked out, and that you can see in your most immediate line of sight. So there's a fence that's around. It's not like it's a wooden fence, and it goes about like human waist high. And you can see from where you are. So we would say that you're sort of really right in the coming in from the middle. So you're able to see through to see the first row of where some of the vendors are, and then you can proceed to see further into the camp what's not obscured through these two sections, first sections here. So you can see people are just kind of hustle bustling around, trying to get last minute things ready.
Oh man, this is making me very hungry.
Roll it.
That's a 9.
I don't know. With all
There
of
we
this,
go.
these preparations, it's making me want to take a bear rake.
Go for it.
That's a 15.
Oh, nice. All right. Um, yeah, so you can I mean you can check out more things from here if you like. We're not in a position quite yet of doing any dice rolling, but we'll get there soon enough,
Okay.
from a skill standpoint. So,
All right.
yeah, where do you want to go?
I'd like to see if I can see anything by the stage, if possible. Is there a bunch of people up there? Are
Sure.
the guards standing there?
Did you want to hop the fence?
Yeah, if they got a fence, sure.
Yep. Yeah,
I'll
so there's
help
like
her.
it's like a wooden fence. Pretty chill.
Okay,
You're gonna help?
cool,
I'll help her get over the fence.
Nice.
nice, awesome. And then I would probably try to reach back over and help them across also, if they're coming.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's
Sounds
do it.
good. And right now, so retcon for 1 second to say like, let's go back to previously right before you left. What would you have put on to ensure that you pass for human? Let's cover that real quick because we didn't get that earlier. What would you put on to ensure that you pass for human? Because remember, it's simple, any simple amount of clothing or a hat or whatever. What is it that you have on that's helping disguise you?
So
Oh, well,
Pandemonium. Oh, go ahead.
go. You got it.
Pandemonium has on a crown and a spectacular cape.
Oh, nice. Okay. I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
Harriet
Well,
has sorry, go ahead.
no, that's okay. Go ahead.
Harriet has whatever type of flowery dress she could have found on like somebody's like clothesline, like that somebody was had out like drying.
Okay.
Yep.
Great. Okay.
Well, I'm just a chill guy, so I got like sweatpants on and I got a hoodie with a flannel over it. Just a chill guy.
Wow. Okay. Nice. Nice. That's very uh autumn in the mountains of New York for sure.
Yeah.
And last but not least,
Well, Bindi has definitely got her fez perched on her head. It definitely has like the name of a zoo across it since she has, reappropriated it from a zoo gift shop. And aside from that, she's tried to go kind of like autumn fashionable. So she's got like a flannel, and I think she tried to put on some jeans, and that's you know more or less not working out, but she tried. The holy look is really in.
right.
So the extra holes just add to the
Yeah.
the overall effect. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Love it. Love it. Okay. So yeah, so you're right now you're just coming in as quote unquote humans and coming into the space. So yeah, so you're able to you guys get yourself over the fence and you're sort of coming we'll say so you cut around on the end of the activity cabins, and as you turn the corner past that first cabin you can see just this long row of all these vendors selling all sorts of honey and bee related items. There's shirts, there's jewelry, there's this is not the food area, but there's everything else you could think of that is connected to honey, to bees, and that whole life all within that row of stands, right?
Mhm.
Now with the map that you were provided, you do, however, know that as you see in the distance, there's some other red tents, and that's where all the honey foods are. So you can all start to smell the glorious smell of honey, right? Because you have two goals here. It's not just the prize. It's not just the queen bee. It's also honey. You want lots of honey. So let's not forget that part. Um, so as you're walking, you're gonna be heading towards the stage because you wanna survey the stage and see what's going on there, right? And check out anything that's already set up ahead of time to sort of suss out what you're dealing with. As you start to walk, so Deistress, you are the first one to notice at your feet, you happen to kick something on the ground, and you look down, and it looks to be a lot of green stuff that you think you've seen humans use a lot. You think it might be called like money or cash or something.
Hmm.
You,
Does not taste
you,
like bamboo.
you found you found $27 in cash. Um,
Heck
which
yeah.
just so happens to be equivalent of the D20 rolls you've made so far. That is what you find at your feet. So um, that is the first initial use of some of those bonus rolls there. Um, so you head over to the stage, and so Harriet was the one that wanted to look right at the
Mm-hmm.
and check out the stage. I feel like you should. Why don't you roll criminal for me for this one?
Okay.
Because this seems like a very criminal act to do, I would say.
Sure.
That's a D6 roll.
All right. So I did not succeed. I rolled a 4.
Okay. So then you are going to let's see. So you will move your bear up 1, I think is what it is. Hold on, let me double check, make sure I've got my order correct. I don't want to get it mixed up. Uno momento. Sorry.
No worries.
Let's see. There we go. Under, yeah. All right. So yes, you're going to want to move. So you failed in criminal, so you're going to want to move up your bear 1.
Okay. Well,
So
that apparently didn't work.
did I hear a pun just now?
Yeah.
Roll a d20. Well done.
All right. That is an 8.
Wonderful. Okay. So yeah, so you're like you can you see guards, that's very obvious. And they're just kind of milling about. They don't even really necessarily notice because there's so many people wandering around doing last minute things that they don't really notice, and you're not making too obvious of a sad attempt of you're just more kind of like checking it out, maybe ducking your head in there a little bit to sort of look around at things, like maybe getting a little close but not close enough to where you're causing any suspicion from anyone. Is anybody else want to Pandemonium, for example, you did you want to check out this space as well?
Yeah, Pandemonium would definitely check out the space. So roll
Okay.
a d6.
Yes, please.
I got a 4.
Okay. So you will do this. You will do the same. And you will put 1 into bear as well. So your bear stat will go up 1.
Okay. I'm
Um,
Cyber Security. I have authorization to be here.
one one of the guards just turns and like raises an eyebrow at you. It's a little Dwayne Johnson style, and just sort of looks at you and goes, uh, okay. Well, whatever, man. Just don't hurt yourself. There's a lot of stuff
Dude,
going on under
Got
there,
it,
man.
dude.
I
And
I barely noticed your muscles, bro.
so how does that? That's what your fellow bears hear. But what does he really hear, considering your level of speaking of the human language as a bear?
Um, he hears big muscle.
There you go. Roll a d20, by the way, because that was a nice pun throw down there.
That's a
Wonderful.
19.
Dang. Okay. Nice. Nice. Look at that. Yeah. So I keep compiling the numbers, and then we'll figure out fun ways to use them. It's actually to your benefit is the goal, that we try to find ways to benefit you with these numbers. Um, yeah. So the guard just says, he's like, oh, yeah, yeah, uh-huh, yeah, you know it, dude, uh-huh, yeah, yeah. So yeah, be careful, okay? Like seriously, tell your little friend over here to be a little careful. And points over at Harriet and Pandemonium, because they're both
Grabs
kind of
a
in similar area.
grabs a wire.
He said, "Hey guys," he said, "be careful." And I just look back at him like,
Wonderful. So he just kind of turns back around and like goes back on his phone. Just kind of, kind of ignores you guys. Um, Anybody else want to? Oh, and by the way, thankfully, Pandemonium, that was like a wire not connected to anything. So we just want to put that out there. Hate to see you get electrocuted so early. Um, and yeah, so what would you? So right now you don't see any sort of like lasers across the stage or anything. Um, it doesn't necessarily mean they're not there. You just don't see them. But also keep in mind too that the queen bee's not out. Like this is pre-show day. So but then as you are by the stage, some of you do smell a very, very strong smell of honey that is permeating your nostrils. as you see some people are like actually setting up their food stands. And none of them are like some of them are, you see some of them starting to set things up, but you don't see a lot of actual foods being made, but you do smell some pretty strong honey smells. And then
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, that's
Bendy,
what's in the area.
Bendy, it smells so good.
It does. But focus. Gotta focus.
It's unbearable.
Go ahead.
You guys are so good at the punning. I am impressed.
That's a 9.
Nice. All right. All
Well,
right.
I think we need to check out that whatever that smell is coming from, and perhaps help ourselves to a little bit of honey for for research purposes. I
That would
think,
Nice.
be brilliant.
yeah, absolutely.
All right. Yeah, you know the routine. Just tell me your
Yeah,
number.
16.
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. All right. Um, so yeah, as you start to the smell gets stronger and stronger, and so some of you maybe you do the thing like the old cartoons where it's Yogi Bear or some other random cartoon is like, oh, I smell a really good smell, and all of a sudden the smell carries
Mm-hmm.
them, right? With
Mm-hmm.
the aroma smell carries
Yep.
them, and like they're on their
Mm-hmm.
tippy toes, right? So
Mhm.
all of you getting
All
sort of dragged
right.
over to this one stand, and
Nice.
turns out it's a kettle corn stand, but they use
Oh,
they use honey instead of just
nice.
regular sugar. And
Mhm.
that
All
and
right. Well,
the sign says honey kettle corn. And so you really just see the word honey like that, right? I
nice.
Mhm.
mean, but you can read, you know what's there. Um, the one thing I would note that of the map that you were given, if a human were to look at it, imagine it looking like a white piece of paper with everything drawn in crayon on it,
Yeah.
right?
Nice.
As a comparison here. But for you guys, it looks really technical and detailed. So yeah, so there's somebody like cooking up a small batch of this kettle corn, and there's two people behind the counter, and they're
Mhm.
talking to each other like, how's the test batch looking? I think it's pretty good. You think there's too much honey? Well, yeah, maybe it's a little heavy. We got to stretch this honey out all day tomorrow. This stuff's got to last. And the boss gave us the good stuff this time, so we really got to make sure this lasts for as long as we can. And then, oh, what are you what are you guys doing here? This isn't even open till tomorrow. How'd you get in?
Hey, we're official. Official. We to here test the honey. We need to test the honey.
I mean, those just look like
Eh,
day passes, but
No,
I mean,
I like do like the motion as if like trying to imitate like a human like showing their badge, like, but I don't have anything. And I'm like, be a bear official tester. I need to test first batch. You
so
pack for me.
so so he's the guy who's talking to you. He's just kind of like he's like, and then the other person next to them is like sticks an elbow in his side. He's like, ah, and they're like no that's I they're this year they said something this year they were gonna have like some secret shopper type people come around and check and make sure we're
Yeah,
doing shit the right way.
yeah.
We gotta do good. I don't want to lose
Uh,
my job. I need this. This is my fall gig.
and
This
I'm
is
gonna
this
go
is what
like
I
this,
this is what I do before I take my winter break.
and I'm gonna go like this, and like all test now.
So 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 he's like, so he's like, yeah, okay, oh, okay. So he turns back around and you see him like he starts to scoop out and he's like
Mm-hmm.
scooping in these
Mm-hmm.
bags. Well, he dumps it and lets it cool for a second, and then he scoops it into these bags. And he's
Okay.
like, here, and he hands each of you a bag. And
Mm,
then says, oh, did you want to try? Well, never mind. And he sets out a squirt bottle and it says on the side, it says drizzle, and it's a honey drizzle
oh,
Uh-huh.
that he sets out there,
I,
and
I
he's like, here, you could try the honey drizzle if you like it really really sweet. Let us know what you think, okay? This is great. And he just stands there with his arms crossed, and he just stares at all of you like so eager to watch you guys eat the kettle corn.
Yeah.
Chad's gonna walk up and just like slap him on the shoulder, but he's a bear and really strong, and he's just like, thanks, but he's gonna like shove him on accident.
It's like he's like, oh, oh, oh man, you're the strong man. That kind of hurt. You gotta be
Oh,
careful.
sorry.
I really hope you like my kettle corn because that hurt.
So,
That's my kettle corn arm.
Is
So-
very good. Sorry.
so I think Harriet would do one of these to the bottle and accidentally like cut the top of it off with her claws or like break it.
Okay.
And she would like take a piece and then she would like pour like the entire bottle on it. And she would take a piece. Barely, honey. Barely. Like, not enough.
So roll a d20 for that, by the way. Super subtle.
17.
Nice. Nice play on words there. All right. So okay, so you ate some. Has everybody eat? So Chad, you ate some. Harriet, you ate some. Anybody else?
Pandemonium would take the bottle out of Harriet's hands and like stick his tongue in there and try to get the remnants out and just walk around the bottle on his mouth.
That's great. I love that. What's how's Bindi doing?
Bindi is definitely wanting to eat the spot. Okay, yeah, eating the popcorn. We're going for
Great.
it. Why not?
Great. So all of you, since all of you ate some honey, then you can actually, let me double check here. You can, so by eating honey, you're going to move 1 point from criminal into bear.
Yep.
No.
So that may put some of you in an interesting spot because then that might put you at a 5 already for bear, if I'm correct.
Do we
At
do
this
we
rate, we're
see
barely going to be criminals.
D20, please. See, you got it. You got it. You're getting the hang of it.
do we see any extra bottles? By the way, do we see any extra bottles of
One, got
their what do you call that? The
Oh, the
dripping?
drizzle?
Yeah, do we see any?
You don't see any.
Oh.
So we take
there's-
away from criminal, which brings us down to 2, and then we add it to bear.
Yes, correct. You would move 1 point from criminal into bear.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
So they're always moving
Correct.
opposite each other.
Yeah, so your goal
Okay,
is
that's
to
interesting.
as you roll, and if you do a crappy roll and you put yourself close to the 6 where you don't want to be, you
Mhm.
can move them back and forth through flashbacks
The flashbacks. Okay,
as well as eating the honey, right?
Yes.
So at any
good.
point, if you want to move a point from bear to criminal,
Mhm.
you can do so by stating some sort of a flashback in some
I think
capacity.
that's probably going to be necessary.
Yeah.
Yay!
I think so too.
I would agree. I would agree, which is fine. So
Barely
okay, so
stable here.
there you go. There you go. So, yeah. So there's you don't see any honey drizzle out. But the guy looks and sees, and Pandemonium sees you walk off with the drizzle, and he's like, "Hey, wait, that's my. Oh, never mind. It's fine." As he tries to like point out with his bad arm, and he's like, "Oh, my shoulder."
The honeys, the things like this, and Pandemonium just looks at him.
Love that. I can pick which bear were you again that you ended up being?
The
Bear type?
unhinged and
No,
unhinged.
the type of bear. Like your
And panda.
panda. Yeah, okay, thank you. The bamboo, got it. It's coming back now. Wonderful. So just picturing a panda with a open like an open mustard, almost like a mustard bottle, right? But like clear with honey in it, with the top off, just like stuck on its tongue, like
Yep.
it flapping all over the place. That's pretty funny. So yeah, anything else? Any other parts you want to try to check out?
Do we see any jars of honey? Because I think I'd
Um,
like to try to swipe one to try to get some
you
criminal back.
you don't see, so you don't see any honey sitting out. But do
Okay.
keep in mind, so as you can move a point back to criminal with a flashback. Because
Okay.
if you keep eating honey, then you could bear out.
Yeah.
Because you'll just add more points to to your bear, right? So you want to be cognizant of that to balance this out.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
and the rolls are what can really any flubbed rolls can really drive that in a bad in a fun but sometimes bad way. So you don't see any honey jars sitting out at the moment, and a lot of that is very likely because this is day before the con.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still
Okay.
finishing final setup. Um, and it's at this point that as you're kind of clustered around this food tent, and you know you're all like there's so Bindi, like the
Mm-hmm.
what is it, let's see, the front of like whatever it is that you're wearing, like there's little like pop, like how when if you
Yeah.
sit somewhere and you're eating popcorn, just pieces fall off, you don't realize it till you
Yes.
stand up and you're like, oh crap. Well, yeah, it's kind of like that. You sort of There's just all these little popcorn bits all around. Some are even stuck up on your fez because
Oh,
you're just kind of
good.
like rah, 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 like just
Yep.
really mashing on the popcorn. Chad, I feel like you would have eaten yours all very quickly,
Oh yeah.
in a very short amount of time. You've just been like, bro, it was so good. So,
It's so good, bro.
so, so you, um, and I feel like pandemonium. Did you even grab your popcorn though?
No,
Okay,
Pandemonium just grabs the remnants of that jar
right.
or the bottle.
So there's still one more bag of popcorn
Yeah,
on the counter there.
he's doing the tongue thing like in the
Yeah,
bottle like dogs
yeah,
would.
yeah, yeah. Like I'm pick like early, almost like an anteater, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
trying to get into the crevices of the bottom
The
of the
little
bottle if possible.
with his little
Yeah,
paws like holding it.
yeah, yeah. That's so cute. Awesome. Okay. So, um, what would you, so you can, I mean, you can still assess other parts of the camp if you want. You have time. It's probably about midday at this point, based on the amount of time you spent just sort of looking around and checking things out. Um, as you're as you just finish up though, one thing you do notice is that you notice a rather large vehicle that you see coming and pulling up behind the stage. It is a large cargo van, and it is black, and it pulls up and parks behind the stage. And
Nice.
you hear, I would say, um, we'll say Bindi, you and Pandemonium will hear one of the guards say, "Hey, I think the bee's here. I think it's in that van. That's where it's gonna come out of tomorrow." So the two
Ah.
of you hear that. Um, Harriet's too. Chad's still like kind of in this post popcorn bliss and not really paying much attention. And I believe that Harriet would be very focused on looking for jars of honey to just not happen to hear that comment. But at least two of you heard that. So to do with as you will. What would be the next actions you think you would like to take?
Hmm.
I don't know. I think Harriet would probably start jabbering to Pandemonium after looking around for some jars of honey. And she would be like, do you remember that last job when we like I was like, I got the laser beams, and you were like, and I got the cameras, and we just kept going back and forth. Like that was so frustrating. And then do you remember you were in that one little van, like kind of like that van, and I got it with my like energy thing, and it like made the van like lose power, and it shut off all your equipment. That was hilarious.
I remember.
Yeah, you
I
were
remember.
like lights out, like in your cave. Wait, do you have a cave? I'm working on getting myself a bear cave. You
I
know,
have a
like
hutch.
I've heard. Yeah, you have a hutch.
It's a hutch.
Is it made of bamboo?
It is made of bamboo. How did you know?
Just call it.
You so smart.
What is that?
You very
Like
intelligent.
yeah,
Roll it.
like bear knowledge.
Ken.
Nice. So, if you, Harry, could please take one away from bear and put it back into criminal, that would be great.
Got it.
Okay. Um, so yeah, so you talking amongst yourselves. The guards are just kind of hanging out, and as the afternoon's progressing, these guards are starting to move around and just check on some other things. Um, if any of you, so the cabins, I can give you a quick synopsis of that because it's really that's not really necessarily the focus of attention. I mean,
Mhm.
unless you were to actually search individual cabins, maybe you might find something that is as of yet unknown. However, they're all numbered cabins. So obviously this is where when this camp would be in session, so to speak, right? The campers would be staying in these cabins.
Mhm.
And that's how the setup normally is. I mean, you do notice that like some of these cabins are like have seen better days, or some of them are a little rickety. They're still together, but it looks like, I mean, Chad, you look at one of them and you're like, man, I could just like nudge that with my broad shoulders and the thing would knock down, no problem. Um, so yeah, that's how you're kind of assessing this, right? As you kind of check out that space, and as you're sort of back to the middle and trying to figure out what it is you want to do next, it's at this point that uh, some guy comes from what appears to be the main entrance, and he's walking up through, and he's got a white, like a platinum white suit on. It is a flat white, not a glossy white. And then his tie is the most wonderful deep gold honey color. And he's got an apple in his hand that he's taking bites out of, and he's eating it. And he's got like a very wide brimmed hat, and he comes in and he's like, yeah, y'all looking pretty good this, yeah. Man, I can't wait. I can't wait to make so much money tomorrow. And then there's a smaller guy because he's already kind of like maybe at best like 5'5", and so there's a shorter person next to him walking with him with like looking kind of nerdy with glasses on and like a tablet, and they're like writing notes down and like looking around, and they're like, yeah, Ludacris, you're gonna make so much money. This is gonna be so rad. It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be great. Yeah, yeah. And he's writing stuff down. So this is Brett Ludacris Applebottom, who is the host and the host of this event, and his family is the owner of the camp. And he's walking around, and he's just pointing at stuff. He's growling, rambling, yelling at people about different things. And he comes up, he sees you guys, and he's like, "Yeah, we what what's what's with the you're not supposed to be here today. You're not supposed to be here today. It's not open till tomorrow.
I'm gonna nudge Bindi
What
forward.
are y'all doing?"
Uh, okay. I kind of just want to say it in the broken bear because I don't want to try and translate between the two. Just something like
Go for it, yeah.
sneak preview.
Good.
No, honey, child, we don't have none of them sneak previews here. You can come with everybody else. That is a standard day pass. You can come with everybody else tomorrow. All you got them. You need to get up out of here.
Inspector. Shocking experience for everyone. Shock, shock, shock. Inspector, Inspector.
Protect Queen.
You 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 trying to make threats to me? You over there? What do you got in your mouth? What you got just hanging off your chin over there? What do you got happen? Is that a bottle? What protect the. And then he looks over at you. Protect the what? I got gods for that. I don't need. I mean, you got big muscles, but I don't. I don't need you. I don't need you. Protect. Y'all need to go. I said. I said it. I said a second time. Now get up on out of here.
I think Harriet's gonna try and be dramatic and like faint, like do the whole swoon faint thing. And she's gonna be like, "Oh my goodness! Oh no! Uh, uh,
He said, it's Ludacris goes, oh hell no, not. I swear, every year there's at least one. There's at least one super fan that just gets over it. I swear, man, I swear. I mean, the ladies, Eugene, they just can't help themselves. Yeah, I know. They sure, you're so cool. That's why they can't help themselves. I tell you, boss. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. They just did, like she just fainted in your presence. In
You
your
got the
presence, just fainted.
bear furs. Case of the bear furs.
I think there's a pun in there. Sounded like
Bear vapors, but I couldn't make it work.
There you go. Yeah, make it work. Roll a d20.
12.
Okay.
I'm gonna then try to stand back up, and I'm gonna like, my ankle.
Eugene, yo, somebody get this person a medic. We need a medic over here. We need a medic. And so some first aid comes over, and it's like you are you okay? What's wrong?
My ankle. Sue. Barely hurt myself. Oh, Sue.
So roll a d20, and then he's gonna take some cloth bandage and like wrap it around your ankle.
Okay. 13.
Okay. and he's gonna be like, does that feel better?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right now. And Ludacris comes up, and he gently puts his hand on your back, like by your shoulder, and just says, all right now, I know you're very excited to see me, and that's fine. I mean, I'm rather charismatic, but if you please just come back tomorrow, I'm sure you know what? I will give you a free autograph tomorrow when you come. How about that? How does that sound?
Autograph? Now?
Yeah. Autograph?
Oh, I said tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
We gotta finish setting this up.
Oh.
Selfie?
What'd you
Selfie?
say?
Selfie?
He's like, oh, I don't take none of them there selfies. I just make Eugene take pictures. I don't have time for getting all that focus in right there. I have Eugene take about 30 pictures in a row and pick the best one, and then best 2, 3 maybe, and just pass them around, send them out to people, make a couple extra bucks on the side maybe. Yeah, Eugene, why don't you take a picture of all of you want a picture with me?
Bear hug?
Yeah.
Oh no, thank you, young man. I think I'm awful fine, but I appreciate the sentiment. You seem like you could crush me pretty righteously and very easily, which I don't know that I'm a fan of. But I wouldn't want to have to call the gods over for some fans that got a little out of control. But yeah, let's do a quick group photo. Come on, let's get it. Eugene, you go get a. Yeah, all right. I'll go over here. And he like stands like closer to the entrance. And he's like, all right, everybody get in together. He sets his tablet down, and he takes his phone out, and he's like, He's like, hamburger, or hot dog, yeah, let's do it this way. And he's like, he just starts taking pictures as you all pose. Um, and and Ludacris like holds up like an apple in his hand, and then goes thumbs up as he's standing like in front center of all of you. and and then he turns around and he says, all right, my hardcore fans, how about you how about here? You know what? Let me provide you with some extra cash to line your pockets with for tomorrow's festivities. So please allow me to uh, bequeath upon you some extra dollars. And then he goes he starts to go around and just
Oh,
hand out cash.
really
Nice.
quickly, for my
Yeah.
bear hug one, I rolled a 20.
Nice.
Nice.
I mean, one might argue is bear hug is a pun's a little bit of a stretch, but I'll give you that
Oh.
one. Because you rolled yeah, especially because you rolled a 20. It'd be pretty rude to be like, man, no. So 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 Chad, he comes over and he shells out $58 to you.
Lots of money.
And then Dystress, Pandemonium, actually, sorry, Pandemonium, you are the recipient of $38.
Does not taste good. It
Here.
tastes bad.
Oh, you may want to not eat that and actually use that to buy the honey with which to eat. That might actually taste a lot better than trying to eat the money. I mean, oh goodness, some of my fans, I tell you, they are something else. And then he goes over, Harriet, he goes over to you and gives you $38 as well.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
and then and then Mindy comes over to you and goes, oh, so you know, I'm almost tapped out, but I got $7 left if you want it. I'm happy to give it to you. You can
Please.
get at least you can get one of the little mini honey bears, squeezy bear honey bottles with that. And he
Please.
gives you $7. And then then he goes and he does this thing, you kind of like just like, okay, he wipes his hands. He's like in his mind, he's done with you guys. So he's like, well,
Uh-huh.
I'll see y'all tomorrow. You make your way out now, be safe and come back tomorrow, okay? Thank you. And he walks in the direction of the stage. So you've managed to circumvent any sort of getting caught, any fun things like that, and you've gotten a pretty decent layout. Is there any other last minute things you think you want to check out?
Did we see what direction that the first aid person came?
Came over from like the campsite cabin area.
Hmm.
Okay.
Doesn't not necessarily you don't know that that's where they reside, right? But that's just where they came from.
Okay.
Was there like a like a gate or anything like a where the van came through?
Yeah, that would have that's off screen. Yeah, so there's like a side, there's like we'll call it like a utility vehicle entrance and exit type thing off to the side. So it would be on because you came in from to the left side of the camp, so this would be on the right side of the camp on the outskirts, which are not showing on the map that you're currently seeing. Anything else you want to check out? Otherwise, we can go to the next part. Cool. All right.
Mhm.
So, you head you head out and you head back out, and you go back to your little cabin, um, and now it is evening. The sun has gone down, and it is time for you to start thinking through, based on having surveyed the area, think through and discuss for a little bit what your potential heist plans could be. Um, in this scenario, you can have more than one. It's not, I mean, this is very loose. It's meant to be super creative. So be as wacky as you want to be, and the dice and however this rolls will help tell the story, and that's really all there is to it. So you can
Mm-hmm.
figure out what sort of heist options you want to have, a plan and a backup plan, or a plan and three backup plans, whatever works. Talk through that for a little bit. Um, and then we'll fast forward to the next day. But this is an opportunity to sort of plan out some options of what you want to do.
Okay.
So you're all sitting, to set the stage a little bit, you're all sitting in the cabin. You've had your whatever your respective snacks are that bring you joy. That's not honey. That's
Mm-hmm.
just sustenance, right? You have your snacks, and you're sort of sitting around the kitchen slash dining slash living room area, because it's a pretty open concept cabin type of deal here, and you're all sort of sitting around in your spaces. And what is how does Chad sort of kick back and relax as you guys are getting ready to start talking through your heist?
You see Chad picking up, he brought with him a couple of weights. He's got a couple of dumbbells, and he's just lifting, just sitting in the corner, just brooding a little bit. He's gonna say, "Bro, what if we stop the van before it comes inside?" And he's just casually lifting as he says this.
So let's shift over. So Ben, how is Bindi relaxing as and like just chilling as you guys are start getting into talking and planning mode?
Bindi like has a book that she has taken from somewhere, but it is completely upside down. But she's like flipping pages as if she's reading it. And at Chad's words, she kind of looks over the book. Isn't it already there? I don't think we can stop it from going in if it's already in.
Well, maybe. Well, isn't they're gonna bring her in
She's in
later?
it. She's already there.
Oh, you think she's staying there?
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna bring her in again.
Maybe there was a sound check. I don't know. You could
Valid,
be right. It's
valid.
worth looking into. Tell you
So what?
what, that can be a plan. If it's not there right away, we can stop it on the way in. Ha!
Nice. Plan number one identified. Or in no particular order, we'll say. So how does Pandemonium chill out at this point and start interacting to talk through
Stop.
heist
Let
ideas?
let me take my my bamboo stick and and stick it in this electric socket. Yes, this is what I must do. Electric socket and bamboo mix well. Mm,
And and
I'm all charged up.
and
Ooh.
and also now Pandemonium's also very poofy
Yeah.
from the electrical charge as well. Any additional thoughts from Pandemonium side?
How do we stop Van? We dig a hole.
What?
Mm.
We dig.
Okay, I was thinking I could like step out in front of it or something, bro.
Harriet
I
could
don't.
swoon again.
Oh, 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 I just had an idea. What if instead we steal the van? Because then put Honey in the van. B gets in the van. We take the van. We give all the things.
I
Mhm.
like it. I like it.
Very
I,
smart. Very smart.
I love that idea. Now we just
Pandem
need a. Go ahead.
Pandemonium, roll a d20.
3.
Now we just need a getaway driver. So now we need somebody to drive the van. Can any of you drive? Do you
Oh,
have your driver's license?
you you two do all the stuff.
I
Shouldn't
hack
you do that?
I hacked the electric. No, I don't. The no, I
How
could
do vans
probably
work?
figure it out. I don't know.
So out of game, just to be clear, because I don't know that we've for sure covered this for everybody, but Pandemonium and Harriet are both
I know.
hackers. Bindi, you are the face, right? Is that right? Is that what you and where you ended up? I think. And then
I'm the face, so
yeah, you're the face, and then Chad is the muscle, correct? Yeah. Um, so that no one is technically a driver role. However, that doesn't mean that one of y'all can't try with a role in criminal when the time comes, right?
right.
Because this isn't like a thing of like roll with advantage or disadvantage or anything like that. These are just straight rolls. Because you're just going to tell me what you want to do, and then we see what happens and see if you can do it. This
Chad's
is there's
sorry.
just there's one page of rules, so there's not a lot to it. So we can all co-create.
Yep.
So go ahead, Chad. What's Chad doing?
So Chad at the mention of driving, he's gonna kind of look off mid curl. Bro, I drove one time when I was a football player. It didn't go well, but I think it's because I'm just too big for the front.
So technically that was a flashback. So move a point from bear into criminal, if you would, please. Well done. Very
I
subtle.
love it.
That
Love
was
it.
great. That was great. Um, okay, so right now, and it's getting into evening time. And then we kind of talked about everybody like what they're doing, like their ways of to either relax or give themselves a boost of electrical excitement, depending on the specific character. But Harriet, we didn't really get into what's Harriet doing to sort of relax and talk through the plan.
Yeah. So Harriet would have probably studied their little drawings,
Hmm.
and she would probably go over to Pandemonium, and she would be like, "Earlier you said you have boom explosive. I think we should throw it in one of the the, the trash cans when the time we need to go, and then it'll distract everybody." I think that's a good idea. And that we can go along with our earlier plan of taking off with the van. Because if everybody's running up to the trash can to figure it out, and then we can make our bear away with the van and the bee and the honey.
I think this is a good
solid.
idea.
Yeah, this is
Solid.
solid. Yeah,
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
idea.
that's good.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's what Harriet would be doing, and she probably would have like unwrapped or left her ankle or whatever wrapped, because she would have been like, I think we should ask for a backstage pass. See if we can get up by the stage.
Mm.
We can point to him, and then I can like point to my ankle and be like, that gives me permission to come back here.
Bro, bear in mind, he also like really kind of liked us a lot. So
Yeah, he like came up
Roll a
and
d20, please.
put his he put his hand on my shoulder, I think.
that's a 4.
I mean,
Bear in mind. Damn.
and maybe next time we can kind of alleviate him from all that money he's going to be making, and get some more of this stuff. Sounds like we can buy a lot of honey with it.
protein honey?
Whatever kind of honey that you're into, I prefer mine Southern Belle, but like to each his own. Uh,
So I think at this point you pretty much have your general idea of your approach, right? So um it's time for y'all to get a decent night's rest, right? To get ready and rejuvenated for the next day.
Time to
Um
hit the pause button and get some sleep.
Yeah.
roll it, roll it.
Yay! That's a 4.
Nice. 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 Hey, it's better than a 1, right? So it all adds up.
Uh-huh.
Excellent. So, okay. So you guys get a good night's rest, and you wake up ready to go. You can hear from you can actually hear through like some of the couple of the open windows in the cabin. You can hear some pretty loud music playing. It's about mid-morning at this point, and HoneyCon has already opened its doors, and it's in full swing. And there's a band playing in the background that you can faintly hear some um, pretty like generic sanitary, like like rock music covers playing in the background. Um, and you just hear a lot of like hustle bustle noise that's actually coming through the open windows of the cabin. So it's time to head into HoneyCon. Any uh any changes to anything as far as like chosen outfits, anything like that? Still going with what you were in before? Keeping it the same?
It's beautiful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't expect Pandemonium would want to go with anything but a crown and cape. So
Mm-hmm.
Um, so you guys all head down, and you can actually walk in through the front because it's open. You have your passes, right? So you are patrons of HoneyCon. So you walk in, and there's this whole section of folks scattered around that you see in little clusters that are actually like there's a lot of people like cosplaying. So you see people in like bee costumes. You see a lot of people like some little girls like dressed up as a bee, like from the old bee girl blind melon video from back in ye olden days.
Ooh.
And then like you see somebody dressed like the character from Bee Movie. And just like really random, or like the Cheerios honeybee, like just they're all like decked out in this bee cosplay. You see a couple people that are like hive, like they have just like this big hive around them, like a foam
Mhm.
hive, and they're like, like, oh, hey, look at me. And then there's one guy, one hive with like two queen bees on either side, and he's kind of going like this, like, heh, heh, heh. And so it's this whole like weird vibe. But then you see off like in one side over by some of the food tents, you actually see some uh you see a couple you see a couple what look to be bears, like just bears just hanging out, just bears. um but then they turn around and you see that they're they're humans in bear suits as they turn around.
Ah.
um and you
Uh-huh.
hear one go, hey, boo boo, let's get some of that there honey. And they're like, yeah, yeah, let's go. And so there's also people cosplaying as like random bears as well. um and they're kind of roaming around.
Ah.
Oh, that's awesome. So when we see them, do they happen to have a picnic basket?
um um you see actually, yeah, one of them, the one that was called Boo Boo actually has a picnic basket that they're holding on to.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna whisper to Chad. Chad, get me the picnic basket. We can put the honey inside so that way we have a way to carry it.
Oh, bro. Okay. What do you want me? Okay. What do you want me to? You want me to like beat him up or like
and they'll run away, and then we can have their picnic basket.
Oh.
No, I got an idea. Wait. What we do is we steal their costumes. Then we can be bears.
No,
Bro, bro.
We
Bro.
This is so meta.
I
Great.
I
love
want
this.
to get I want to get the picnic basket so we can carry the honey.
Okay, okay. All right, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay.
I could. No, they won't just give it to me. Never mind. Go
You
ahead.
know what?
All yours.
All right, I
See,
will go
You
up to the
roar at
people.
them, and then I'll get down on all fours, and when they're running, they'll trip, and then you
There.
get the basket.
Yeah. There you go.
There
Yes.
we go. Teamwork.
There
That's
you
it.
go.
That's it.
And
Usually-
Bendy can grab the picnic basket.
All right, so let's play this. Let's play this thing out. So
Yes.
so yeah, so Yogi and Boo Boo are starting to walk away. Boo Boo's got the picnic basket, and they're just walking. And they're sort of so like Chad, you're kind of over in one area by the huts, by the food huts, and they're in another, but like there is a point where like you guys could like kind of intersect a little bit. And so they start to walk, and slowly but surely they're making their way not only into your field of vision, but literally like soon to be directly in front of you, in front of your path, maybe about like 10, 15-ish, probably about 15-ish feet away. But there's also other people clustered around besides just these bear costume folks. But they're all just like, eating, shopping, having a blast. Everybody's in their own world, and there's loud music playing. So this is a very like chaotic environment right now.
Okay, so I'm going to walk up and I'm gonna like make them think I'm cool with them at first, and then I'm just gonna try to scare the shit out of them. So as I walk up, I'm gonna be like, bro, yeah.
It's
And like, yeah.
like, hey, what are you? Hey, you making fun of my costume? I thought this was a pretty good costume.
No. Cool. And then as I say cool, I'm gonna and like get out my claws and roar super loud in his face.
So like Yogi, who's the taller one in this equation, obviously, just goes, "Holy crap!" And like his voice changes, and he pulls his bear hood off, and he's like, "What the?" And he's like, "Fuck!" And he's like, you can't hear him finish his swear because he's already ran away. And then Boo Boo is just like looking up at you, just like vibrating, shivering, so scared. And it's just freezes up, and then just goes like this, and the picnic basket just hits the ground, and he's just like, "Wait for me, Dad!" And he pulls his hood up, and it's like this screaming kid like running to catch up with his dad, like scared out of his mind.
Oh my god, I didn't know he was a kid.
Mindy scoops up the picnic basket.
There you go.
Pandemonium
Perfect.
takes the mascot head and puts it on.
Nice.
So now it's like a grizzly bear, and then she's a panda body with the
With the cape.
put the crown back on top of the head.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Harriet would probably be like, "Wow, that is an improvement."
Yeah.
So
Bro, I didn't know that it was gonna be a little cub.
It's a
Oh,
quality
it'll be
costume.
okay. It is.
Ah,
Really? That was
roll
good.
roll a d20 for
I'm
that
getting there. It just took me a while. I had to warm up. I rolled another one.
one. Come on, man.
I might as well be the DM. I'm rolling this bad. Oh wow.
It's like you're like the dollar store side of it, right? It's just like all low rolls. Everybody else is like stacking cash. You're like I'm gonna
That's
go to the bar.
okay.
I'm gonna go to the bargain honey section.
Buy the
So
cheap stuff.
there you go. So yeah, so you've got the basket. There's all these huts in front, and then so as you survey the space, seeing everything open for business and ready to go, and
Mhm.
you can see the honey huts are just packed with food. all different kinds of honey themed things. There's honey barbecue. There's like, oh, there's one section where everything's honey barbecue wings, honey barbecue meatballs, like all these like just different protein
Mm-hmm.
selections like slathered in honey barbecue sauce. And there's like
Mm.
there's a kettle corn space. There's multiple huts that are just selling like raw honey, like in jars, in different shaped bottles, all kinds of stuff. So the air is just filled with the smell of honey, and you are all just like, oh my God, there is so much honey. And then as you're just getting like psyched up and trying to figure out where you want to go first, um, you actually hear like this feedback after the band stops the song, and you hear a familiar voice. And it is and it's Ludacris as he hits the stage to welcome everybody to HoneyCon. Well, how y'all doing? So good to see everybody here today. Welcome to HoneyCon 2025. After a good long many years of it being gone, we have finally brought it back to camp. We brought it back to Misty Pines, and I'm so happy to share it with all of you. So please enjoy the sounds and sights and samples that you have before you. And in a mere 4 hours, before you know it, the queen bee shall be here on stage, front and center for all of you to see. But do be aware, we do have guards around because we don't want any funny business here. This is a family event, so all of you behave yourselves and let's all have a great time and spend that money, eat that honey. You'll have a blast. I'll tell you what, all right now. Thank you. And everybody's like, yeah, right. And you're all freaking out. And then the band starts playing again and he walks off to the side of the stage. And then he's like, and you don't see you can't hear him, but you just see him like he's like eating another apple and he's wagging his finger at Eugene and like he's pointing at stuff and he points at Eugene. He puts his finger in his chest and he's just like drilling into him, like complaining
Mm-hmm.
about what looks like he's complaining about stuff. And Eugene's just like his face is sweaty. His like glasses are sliding down. He's pushing them up. He's like nodding his head, looking around, like all scattered, like trying to follow him. And he's just like writing down on his tablet. And that's kind of how they fade off into the scene. Um, and you do notice that the van is still currently behind the stage from where it was, same spot as it was yesterday. So it
Ah,
could have left and come back. Like there's no way to know because by the time you guys approached, the honeycomb was already open and in full effect. So, but the queen of
Okay.
all bees is not on stage and the van is behind the stage. So now you've got honey huts around you with all different kinds of honey themed foods and actual honey. And in a few short hours, the queen of all bees will make the appearance. So how would you like to procure yourselves honey and things of that nature?
I was thinking that with the basket, I would probably have the try and gather us all up and be
Mm-hmm.
like, one person goes and buys one thing, but then the rest of us are shoving more product in the basket and then we walk off.
Is there any honey spice baristas?
Baristas.
Roll the
Oh,
roll the d20 for that, if you would, please.
nice.
That's a 17.
Nicely done. Well done. Um, you
Bindi
happen to
is. Oh no, sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, please.
I was gonna say Bindi is gonna like really like think back to how she talked her way into getting this fez that she is so very proud of. It is her lucky charm whenever she negotiates, and just remember that and gonna volunteer. I'll buy. I'll go buy, but I don't have much of this green stuff.
And ammonia gives you what's left of the money that he didn't eat.
Some we gotta say some of it's kind of soggy though. Let's be real, right? It's not some of it's not
Boo.
Eh,
in the best of
that's
condition, but it
okay.
but it'll serve its purpose. Um, so I would say if you want to since it's it I'll allow Bendy allow the opportunity to consider the Fez piece a flashback. If you want to move a point from what is it? A point from
Yep.
bear into criminal.
That is what I'm hoping for.
Yeah,
Thank
balance
you.
yourself out there. Absolutely.
How
So,
much money is left that is not that
Mm.
is usable is the
so
question.
Chad,
And
yeah, so I was
money
gonna
didn't
say because
count.
Chad has money and Harriet does too.
Yeah, I
I
would
do.
probably hand you my money too.
Yeah, I
Oh,
would
good
give you
Lord,
some
I'm
money.
rich.
I think I had $38. So yeah, you really got the the money.
I love it.
I'd give you like, I don't know, $20.
All right.
Like,
Yeah.
So my
Chad's
6,
like, you're not getting
20,
all my money, bro.
38.
Yeah.
How much did I get from Panda? And then I'll add.
Oh man.
I guess it
Yeah,
doesn't actually matter.
yeah, Panda. How much
I don't
money
know.
did you
I
give?
didn't add.
That's
Okay.
okay. I'm gonna
I'm
call it another 20. There we go.
I think it would be about 20 because I think it
And
was
then I
close to
found
28 that maybe she had.
$20.
nice.
Yeah. Nice. Wonderful. So what's your total monies?
By my count, I've got 94 right now.
Great. You got
Nice.
94.
Rich.
That's pretty good.
I'm gonna
So
go find some place that looks likely for me to try and negotiate and while they try to steal a bunch of stuff.
now,
Perfect.
are you adding your individual cash to that?
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay,
My
cool.
whole
Great.
6? Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
exactly. You're
I'm
rolling in it,
putting
man.
I'm all in on this.
All right. So the first so as you pass by the hut that has the barista serving up
Nice.
honey lattes and honey chai lattes as well. The
Ooh.
next immediate booth you see is is it says rare Manuka honey. And there's these really small, like small little bottles.
Oh.
Um, and Manuka honey, in the real world is a very rare and expensive honey. It's super fancy, rich, super tasty, like one of the top tier honeys, as I understand it. And so this is a very like it's a very modest, you know, super bougie, prim and proper type of booth setup with like these little jars, right, that have like this really ornate writing on them and everything. So they're all in with
Ah.
the with the like next level like presentation, right? Of to make
Mhm.
it extra ritzy because
Mhm.
it's next to the the coffee shop like
Yeah.
tent,
Mhm.
right? So it's kind of all the hut. So it's all together
Mhm.
this vibe. Um,
Mhm.
and so Bendy, as you approach, this person turns to face you, and they've got like a vest on and a
Mhm.
light scarf that's really not serving any purpose other than decorative. Yeah, and they have like one of those has they have a fedora on, and
Mm.
they're just then and just like some really funky like horn rimmed glasses, and he's like, "Ah, can I help you?"
Nice hat.
Oh, yeah, I know. Can I help you?
Oh.
Yes. Honey.
We have lots. Yeah, we have plenty right here.
Show.
Size. Goes, "Ah, fine. So this is this is our uh Manuka honey that is actually we procure from the northwest region. Um, and this is actually probably the most expensive. For about an 8 ounce jar, it's about $75. And then over here we have our slightly less fancy Manuka honey. It's more from the central region, and that goes for same 8 ounces for about $50. And then and he looks you up and down for a second. And he goes, I would probably recommend the low tier for you, though.
Oh.
Let's say it's the $40 for 8 ounce from the eastern region Manuka honey. Uh and I mean the average person still thinks it tastes amazing, and they can't necessarily discern between the 40 and and the more expensive. I mean, you have to really be truly a honey connoisseur. And I mean, I think you'll be fine with the cheap stuff, I think.
She's just
Uh,
smiling and nodding along with everything and like following and like over this person's shoulder. She's like, come on.
Yep, I
Hello.
would be right there with I think Chad probably would have came and was like being like a blockade hopefully or one of the two. And so like I have the picnic basket and I'm like opening up the one side and like putting the stuff into the picnic
So
basket as
yeah,
they're talking with
so
her.
let's call this out though that this is a
Oh,
criminal. This is a role criminal. So
okay.
let's determine here. Um, so are you running so Chad is Chad running a distraction? Is that the thought? Like
I
Well,
think
just
is that
blocking
what
the
Harry?
view.
yeah, I'm like blocking, like
Okay.
just being big.
Okay. So in this situation, since these rules are loosey goosey, since you are trying to block the view, I'm gonna actually gonna tell you that you can roll criminal with advantage. So
Okay.
you can take two. So Harriet, Harriet can roll criminal with advantage and take the better of the two rolls.
Okay, here we
I assume
go.
your criminal stat is 3.
My criminal stat is 2. So we're
Oh,
gonna
okay.
see here.
All right. So you got to get a 2 or a 1.
I got a 1.
Nice. So you're just why don't you let's see, actually I will roll. Let's see how let's I'm just gonna random roll to see how many bottles you actually snag.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. You actually get 15 jars.
Whoa.
15 jars.
Nice.
Mother
Um
load. And then I quietly would get out of the tent, like, okay.
and as an extra but as an extra bonus move, if you don't mind, I'm gonna actually also say that as you've snagged these, while you're snagging them and Chad's blocking the way, somehow Chad is managing to be smooth enough to just sort of like scooch a couple jars over to make it look like nothing's really
Hmm.
gone, right?
Yeah.
So you're kind of
Yes.
tag team in this move.
Hmm.
So yeah, so you get and so like so Bindi, so it's like he looks at you and he's like holding the he's like, so is this the one you want? And if $40, please.
And she's going to like just pull random bills and like hold them out. Like fan it. Like
Okay.
It's $3.
All your money or just
just
some of?
just fanning like I don't know, like half the wad that she's holding on to because like all of that would be like a lot. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. And he's sort of like looks at you and like looks at the I hear the fanned out cash and like some of it's like all like kind of crumpled up and he's just like God, I should have taken off today. I don't know why I agreed to do this. I freaking hate festivals. And he yanks some money from your hand. He's like, thank you. You need a bag.
yes.
Um, he sets some money down and he like turns around and he's like, Kelly, Kelly, stop talking to that guy. Take this cash. Put it in the cash box. God. God, she's such I swear she's just terrible coworker. This is off. Okay, bag. Got it. I'm not sorry. I'm not mad at you. I wanted to be off today, but here I am. I'm working because it's like time and a half for me, and I can use the
She's just
money.
like smiling and nodding, like
Right?
literally.
Yeah,
She's just
yeah,
yeah,
100%. Yeah.
uh-huh,
And he's just telling you all of a sudden his life story as he gets this
exactly.
perfectly like sewn cloth bag that comes
Ooh.
with the Manuka honey, right? And it's like this little bag though. It's a little handle bag, fits an 8-ounce jar, looks really cute. And he puts it in there and like puts a little bit of tissue in the top of it and hands you the bag and says, thank you very much. I do hope you enjoy, and I only meant this much offense, not a lot of offense. So anyway, enjoy, enjoy.
She tips the fez and then walks off. The little bag
So
of honey.
yeah, you guys successfully have procured like 15 jars of this honey.
Heck
Um,
yeah.
and there's still more booths to check out. So um, let's have a little bit of fun here. Um, and encourage that why don't you one of you tell me the name of another booth you stumble upon and what they would sell there that you might want to try to take from.
Not that Pandemonium would want to take anything from it, but Pandemonium sees a face painting booth, and he remembers when he was a cub that he was playing with little kids, and these little kids put a crown on his head and a cape and was trying to put lipstick on him until the mom came out and yelled, and then Pandemonium got scared and had to run away back to his zoo. Where a
Nice.
zookeeper found him.
That is a great flashback. Move a point from bear into criminal, if you would. Well done. Love it. So yeah, so anybody else, is there a booth that they see that they want to try to arrange another procurement from, if you will, for Bindi to go and try to purchase from?
Yes. Chad sees the honeypot protein shack, and he sees all types of
Yes.
tubs of protein that is honey flavored protein just sitting out.
Okay.
Excellent.
Chad got to get them gains.
So yeah, for the sake of ease of execution, why don't we just call this a picnic basket of holding? And so we can treat this as like a bottomless concept here, right? Instead of let's not make it too difficult. So I mean, you're already bears speaking broken English, trying to buy like honey products here. So okay, yeah. So who's gonna approach? Is it still gonna be Bendy?
Probably Chad should.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a Chad thing.
Okay. So Chad, you walk up to this booth, and and you see behind the booth this guy, this super swole guy comes like kind of like swiveling up to the table, and he just sort of like he sets kind of a lot of like gorilla type movements, to be honest, in the animation, so to speak, as he like puts his hand down on the counter. He's like,
Bro,
bro, what do you need? You need more. You think you need more gains on top? No, you need more gains. We always
Oh.
need more gains.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Gains.
Yeah. You want some of this stuff? So we found a way. It's all scientifical and stuff, right? So we found a way to separate proteins out of the honey, and so this is actually like a honey-based protein. But man, this gives better gains than like that whey protein is garbage compared to this stuff, bro. This is like it's like $25 a jug, and the gains you get from this will be unreal. Unreal. Plus it tastes
Hell
like
yeah.
honey. I mean, it's great. You put it in
Hell
anything.
yeah.
Like anything,
yeah.
literally anything.
Pandemonium
Protein
screams out,
muscle.
"Swole! Swole!"
Yeah. Yeah, you got it.
Heck yeah.
What do you is that
Teach.
like
I'm
is that your
teaching.
friend like cosplaying or something, bro? What's that about?
Training. Big muscles.
Oh. Oh, cool. Yeah, you're getting there, little bro. You're getting there. It's pretty good. Yeah, nice.
The
All
hat,
right.
the mascot hat flops around. Uh-huh.
Like it's like sliding back and forth, nodding yes. So yeah, so it's like yeah, it's $25, man. Tell you what, you buy three, I'll give you like three for 50, dude. For real.
3 for 50, dude.
You're gonna be so swole. Like what's funny is that like the guy selling you the stuff is almost speaking the same level of English that you're speaking to him as a bear. Let's note that part. So yeah, it's like what do yeah, what do you go? What do you need? Yeah. Like what are you doing?
Yeah, let's get in there, bro. Here, and he hands him all I have left is $30, so here, 3 tubs, bro. 3 for 10, bro. Here.
Wait, what? No, bro. Like this is enough for like a tub and a half. Unless you got 50, if you got $50, then you could get 3 tubs. But like right now, this is just a tub and a half. $30. That's not gonna come on, bro. You can't do me like that.
What is Bendy doing? Can I look at her and be
Yeah.
like, "Give me some money"?
Okay. She'll come up and try and like whatever's left. I mean,
Yeah.
I assume the guy only took the 40, but I don't know. He could have taken more.
So he's like, whoa, okay, hold on, and he puts his hand out, like his palm out, and he's like, you don't, little little dude, you don't need to give me all of it. You can just give me like you give me part of it, and like he grabs out what he needs to combine with your money, Chad, and then he's like, all right, and he like creates 3 tubs like this. He's like, you need a bag, bro.
Yeah.
No, bro. No.
And he like sets it down on the counter. He's like,
I'm just
Okay.
gonna scoop it.
solid.
Heck
All
Wow.
yeah,
right.
bro.
It gives you
Wow.
a fist bump, and and as you hit him, you hit him so hard. He's like,
Punch his
"Oh
ass.
shit, bro, dude, you almost like broke one of my knuckles, man. You
Get
are
swole,
swole. Holy
bro.
shit, you're gonna be this stuff's gonna make you huge. Ow, oh, I need man. Can he leans back to a guy
Perfect.
next to him who's like super skinny, and he's like, can you call like a like first aid or something, man? I think I might have broke sprained or something, man. That hurts.
Sorry,
That's
bro.
hilarious.
So you got like your 3 tubs and you're coming back. Um, mind you, these were purchased like in a normal fashion. Nothing was stolen. And
Nobody
and
tried to swipe anything.
I was just say I was waiting while you guys were doing that. I was gonna actually have the picnic basket and be trying to like push like at least
Since
I
I
will.
one in.
since I have slick, could I have like nudged one in?
So okay, so how about this? How about all right, let me think. We can retcon this slightly. So why don't you Chad, you roll criminal first, and then Harriet, you can roll criminal, and we'll
Okay.
see what happens.
Okay.
Add or meets or below.
So I have to get lower or meet a 3 because that's what I'm currently at?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Correct.
Come on. I got a 3.
Nice. So you're able to knock one like kind of on the ground that you can sort of like kick away, right? So you sort of like you knock it on the ground and sort of kick it away. So it rolls over like near Bindi, kind of a little bit out of sight for the guy behind the counter. And then Harriet, what's your roll?
All right. Let's see what I get here. It is a 3.
And your criminal is
3
all
because of
right.
the fact that we
Yeah.
succeeded last time.
Yeah. So but these jugs are a little bit bigger and
I was
um
only gonna try and grab one.
yeah,
Because
no,
it's pretty big.
you got 3 of them. You got three
Oh,
of them
sweet.
into the picnic basket of holding. So you definitely you have a good amount of honey products in there. And then you hear a voice as you finishing up here. You hear a voice come over the audio and says oh, attention everybody, the queen of all bees, or Gladys as she goes by, Gladys will be making her appearance in about 1 hour from now, 1 hour at the main stage. Hope you can come check it out. And then it goes back to like Camden music because the live band was done playing, and so they just went to like music over the speaker system. And as you're walking, as you're kind of like sort of checking out these other booths and figuring out, do we have enough time? Like, do we want to try to do something before the bee comes out? And you're trying to think through like what you want to do here. And you're looking around these huts. Um, you hear a couple people behind you milling about. And one guy's muttering, and he's like, meh. He's like, $40 Manuka honey. That's some Manuka knockoff nonsense. I'd say this man, the apple bottom family is just trash. They don't know what they're doing. And you hear a guy say, "Yeah, you know what, Applejack, you're right. You're right. They sure don't know what they're doing. They sure don't know what they're doing around here at all. I'm glad you wired this place to blow." And he's like, shut up. Shut up. What why you and he slaps him across the face. He's like, what have I told you? You see, you always talk too damn loud. You got to keep your mouth shut. If one of the guards or somebody was around, we'd be screwed. We'd be in jail right now, probably. If this is gonna work, you gotta shut up. You don't talk about what's going on. You don't talk about the big surprise that's gonna happen when the queen hits the stage. He's like, Sal, yes, sorry, boss. I won't mention I won't mention the explosives again. He's like, you just did it again. And he smacks him on the other side. He's like, oh, sorry. He gets all quiet. And they go wander off.
You guys
And that's what you
hear
hear.
that?
Huddle, huddle, huddle.
Yes, you
Did you
all
guys
for
hear
sure
that?
heard that. Yeah, no checks needed. You all heard that.
See, they thought explosives too.
Yeah,
If-
but ours weren't to hurt people. I think they're trying to kill the bee. And we don't want to kill the bee.
Yeah, if
We
they
need the
kill her,
honey.
we can't take her.
Yeah, we can't get all the honey.
Right.
So when she's on stage, we bear rush her and we move her off the stage and into the van.
No, I think we got to keep her in the van and take off with it. Keep her safe.
Is she out?
Ooh.
No, she's
Or-
probably in the van.
Or we tell what's his name? The one the one who's
The
in
apple
charge.
dude.
We tell
Yeah.
him about the
Ludicrous.
explosives and he gives us backstage passes because he's so grateful.
You gonna explain all that to him?
Oh. Yes. Points to the Fez.
So yeah, so as you say that, you say yes, you see in the distance, not too far away from you, Bindi, you see Ludacris walking around, and he's like, it just so happens, of course, he's got suspenders on under like
Oh, yeah.
that he's like doing like back and forth with his thumbs like this as he's like looking all proud, and you swear you see like dollar signs flash in his eyes for a second. He's just watching people like spending money, swiping cards. He's just
Mhm.
selling like crazy. And he's just like, oh yeah. And he's just walking around, scoping it out. So if you wanted to say anything now would be your opportunity.
I want to make sure the team is actually okay with that move because, like, I'm fine with any of the other ideas too. I don't actually care. This is fun.
Might take more than one idea, you never know.
That is
Yeah.
also true.
Yeah, I don't know. Go ahead.
Okay. She's gonna like run over there
Okay.
and then, as
He's
if out of breath, bad man, Apple, Jack, boom, on stage, danger.
says, whoa, hey there. I remember you from yesterday. You're one of my super fans. What's wrong? You said,
Danger.
wait a minute. Did you just say Applejack? Is
Big nod.
Applejack McIntosh up in here? Oh, that's not acceptable. Eugene! And he yells, and Eugene comes around the corner, and he's freaking exhausted. And he's like,
Poor guy.
yeah, boss. Yeah, what's going on? So we gotta get these guards on. We gotta get these guards on watch right now. Applejack is on the premises. I thought we were making sure he wasn't coming. I thought so too, boss. I don't know what could have happened. I don't know what could have went wrong.
B, danger, stage.
Are you saying the queen bee is gonna something's
Boom.
gonna happen? The queen bee is gonna
Danger.
explode?
Danger! Let us help.
Oh dear, how is your ankle, by the way?
Better, but backstage. Backstage.
Oh, you want to go back? You might trip in there's random holes all around this camp in the ground and stuff in the earth. You need to be careful. You don't trip and twist your other ankle.
I'll be careful.
We will take that as a pun adjacent. And I'll give you a D20 roll for that one.
6.
All right. So So he looks at you, Chad. He goes, hey there, Big Arms. Can you make sure she doesn't fall and hurt herself and walk her around? Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
And
good.
I lift her up and carry her.
Good job, there, big man. Oh, be careful now.
I just
And he's like,
put
wait,
her
wait,
over
wait,
my
wait a second.
shoulder.
He's like, Eugene. And Eugene comes running over. He's like, he snaps his finger and holds his hand out. Backstage passes now, right now. And he looks at all of you and and he hands out 4 passes. And then he's like, thank you, Eugene. You carry on now. You're doing a great job. Like, oh, thanks. I could really use a drink of water though. Like, I, you can get your water break in about another half hour. I need you to go check. I need you to go over and check out the campsite cabins. We need to locate and find out where Applejack is, and you need to call the guard. So you get to stepping. Here you here you go. Here you go, super fans. You can take these backstage passes. You can go back around. Maybe the driver of the van might even let you get a sneak peek at the bee before she goes up on gets put up on stage. And maybe you could be on the lookout. If you see Applejack, maybe you just punch him upside the head for me because he's some trouble. He's bad news, I tell you. Especially you saying something's gonna explode. I got to get on that right away. And then he goes and runs off.
All right.
Yes.
We did it.
Heck yeah.
So you have backstage
Wow.
passes. Did you want to head
Nice.
towards the stage then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So one guard is like kind of standing by there. Um, and he goes to he's like, hey, where do you think you're going? And he goes to put his hand like on his hip, and then he looks and sees your passes, and he's like, "Ah," and then he looks up and sees Chad, and then sees Harriet on top of Chad, and is like, man, these super fans get weirder and weirder every freaking year. And he's like, all right, you got backstage, I guess, go ahead. The bee's still in the van and the driver's just kind of hanging out, but whatever. I mean, you can go look at a van, or you want to go look at the lake, or yeah, what? Just be, yeah, just yeah. Don't make me use this. And you see him like point down, like where his hand goes down to his hip. And out of game, he has a taser, no
Uh-huh.
actual like real gun of any kind. These
Nice.
are, and then you see like there's like a badge like on the sleeve, but it says like security, not police. So like this is just like a cheap security rental service that's
Rent a
been,
cop?
yeah,
Love it.
exactly, rent a cop
Love
for
it.
sure.
Nice.
And yeah, so you're all pretty much back by the van. You see that there's a driver, there's a guy maybe it's the driver, he's leaned up against the driver's side of the van, um, and he's just vaping and on his phone and just kind of looking around, just like sighing, looking really bored. He's like, yes, so man, this is so boring. But at least I'm getting paid, I guess. That's fine. Oh, I wonder, yeah, I wonder if I should just go. Maybe I go live when I take this thing out of here, and like maybe my 10 followers might check it out. Cool. He's like just taking deep, deep hits on his vape, and he's just like, and he looks up over at you guys as you sort of like, are you? Well, let me ask you this. I'll give you the opportunity. Actually, are you just coming back like we got backstage? We're cool, or are you coming back like maybe try to be a little bit sneaky with it? What's the thought?
I don't know. I was thinking cool, like,
Okay.
hey,
Okay.
and then I think we would try to flirt. I don't know who's
Ar- ar-
able to flirt here,
ar-
but
You're
you
on
know,
my shoulder right now.
yeah, I know. But I'm gonna be like, put me down, and like
Put me
I'd be
down.
like, I'd like put my hand out, like, acquaintance.
And like you do it like offer like that, the kind of vibe. He's, he just like he looks off his phone, looks at you, and he's like, hey. He just goes back to his phone.
Chad
And he
says,
takes and he vapes more.
it's a very beautiful day.
You can roll a d20. We'll take the borderline.
That's a 4.
All right. Okay.
Oh.
He's like, yeah, sure. What are you guys doing?
What?
See
I
the
was-
bee.
Yeah, B.
Oh, you guys want to see the Queen Bee because you got like the backstage passes and stuff. Oh, gotcha. I mean, I can like show it to you like through the like I can open a door and you can look at it, but you can't go in the van, okay? Like I can't like yeah, I'll get in a lot of trouble if something happens to the bee.
I,
Do you
I'm
understand?
Gonna, yeah.
Can I just knock him out? How do you guys feel about that?
I'm cool with it.
So he says,
Pandemonium will get on the other side of the van, ready to get into the passenger side.
There you go.
so
We know she's in there now. We're good. Let's
Yeah,
go.
well, so right, yeah, so because Pandemonium's on the passenger side,
Yeah.
so the driver's like, he's like, yeah, so come on, he's like, come on, and he motions his hand back, and he starts to like, he turns around and starts to walk towards the back of the van and guiding you guys to follow him.
Mm-hmm.
Pandemonium like looks around and then sneakily opens the door.
The door, the passenger side door is locked.
Oh.
Taps on glass.
Ting, 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 ting.
Oh.
So yeah, are you trying to break it?
Yes.
Dang, okay. All right. Roll criminal, please.
2.
All right. I'm assuming you're like what, 3?
Yeah.
Criminal, great. Yeah, so you roll below. So that means that yeah, not only do you so you break the glass, but it doesn't alert anybody, which is a shocker. But the music's
Amazing.
loud enough that it's drowning out what you're doing right now.
Takes
So
the
you
paw,
can now access.
takes the paw, opens up the lever.
Yep.
And then like gets inside and hunches down so not to be seen, but that mascot head is like poking up.
It's still poking up. Of course it is.
That's freaking great. I love that.
So much.
What would be even better if it would like turn slightly, so like
Yeah.
you could only maybe see out of
You
one
see
of
out
the
of one
eyes because it's
eye,
like sort
yeah,
of
and the other
sideways.
end it's like this way.
So you get in the car, the head's a little big, but you still manage to fit in there. And by now he's gotten you pretty much towards the back of the van. Are you guys following behind? Right?
Yeah.
Anything else happening? I will say if there was going to be a knockout moment, it's either now or never. Probably. Well, I shouldn't say never, but now is a really good opportunity to do so if that was the plan that you wanted to do.
I would like to knock him out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So roll criminal first and let's see if you
Okay.
are successful or not. And then we can talk about
Don't
how
let
you
me
do
down.
it.
All right, let's see what I have. I rolled a 2. I have 3, so
Wonderful. So you successfully knock him out. How do you do it?
I just like I flex a little before and I'm like, I'm gonna get his ass. And I just paw to the dome.
So you thud the side of his head. And it's right as he's taking is right as he's taking a deep pull off of his vape. And it's a rather small vape. So as you hit him, like the part like he's like, oh, and like you see him blow some vape smoke out, but then you hear this, oh, and he falls to the ground and his head sideways as you see like the vape is like stuck in his
Oh.
in his mouth. And he's like kind of like he's twitching a little bit and like
Oh.
and he's like kind of coughing and then just sort of like passes out. And that's yeah, so you did take him out. You don't know like the status of him otherwise, but you do know that he is knocked out. That's for sure.
I'm gonna
I
step
wouldn't
over him and say sorry. Sorry.
he He's out. Okay. So um the back van doors are closed, but you now so Pandemonium is inside the van
Mm-hmm.
and the three of you are at the back of the van. And what do you want to do?
Indeed
Well,
looks for keys on him.
yeah.
Okay. You find keys. That's a pretty easy one. Um yeah, who's gonna drive this bad boy?
Chad? Harriet?
There you go.
Me? Who's
I
going?
don't know.
I feel like I feel like Bendy would not be a driver in this scenario,
I know. That's how I
right?
feel too.
Right.
Harriet, bro, you want to drive or you want me to drive or
Sure. Sure. I'll go for it.
So
Handing over the keys.
yeah,
And
so I hand over the keys and sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm assuming there's not room for all four of us in the front. So climbing in the back.
Correct. So you're able to open the back
Come
door
on,
of the van,
Chad.
happen to be open. So you open one door and you can get in. Chad, you cannot fit through just one door being open.
Mm,
So Bindi, you have to figure out how to open the other door.
Oh
Um,
no.
right? And so you're working on that and you seem to like just about have it. And then Harriet, why don't you roll criminal for me?
Okay. Nice. A 3. So I
Wonderful.
succeeded.
So
Yep.
you have gotten you've opened the front door. You're able to put the key into the ignition and you're
Mm-hmm.
able to turn it and start the van. So the van is now running. You have not yet started to drive said van. You are able to at least get it running and ready to go.
Okay.
Bindi, you have as you as you open as you open the other door and Chad starts to crawl his way in, you see a guard come from back around the way
Mm,
and is like, hey, what are you doing? It's 15 minutes and the bee's gotta come out. Where you guys going? You can't go anywhere. You gotta stay here. What are you gonna do? Time should be ticking now.
saving the bee? See you later, bro. And I slam the door shut.
Okay. So you close the door shut. And Harriet, you're gonna need to roll a criminal one more time to see how successful your
Oh,
drive is
okay.
out of here.
Right. In the meantime, could I have at least grabbed a little bit of honey to eat quick?
Um, yeah, I'll give you that. Sure,
Okay.
sure, sure.
So that will equalize part of where I was getting with my criminal because it was getting really high.
Okay, okay. Um, but actually, like in this scenario, like I think you would. So what's your bear was getting high? You mean like as in your bear
No,
stat was getting
my
high?
criminal was getting high because we kept
Okay.
doing
You want it
criminal
to be
stuff.
high.
Yeah, but you don't want
Um,
it to be over into 6.
Yeah, you don't want it to be at 6. But if the thing is, if you roll if you pass, if you're successful on your roll, your criminal doesn't move.
Oh,
To
okay.
be clear, yeah,
Okay, cool. Okay,
yeah,
so it would have been lower than. Okay, got
Oh,
it.
right.
so
But if
that
Cool.
you
part
want,
about the plan succeeding, moving things, that's only like that's not every single roll.
well, right. So if you like, so here's the thing. If you, oh, that's right. No, I hear what you're saying.
Because
So
I think
like,
that's what was, yeah.
yeah, this is the part that I always struggle with is determining because I always base it off the rolls versus the successful actions of like saying when a plan is successful, like and moving it that way. Um,
Mm,
so in this case we can leave it where Harriet you can keep your stuff where it's at and eat the honey to move one down. That's fine.
Okay.
And that's a good reminder. Thank you because and this is where I think it's a little bit of a struggle because if you're successful, then it still moves your criminal up even if you're successful because you're acting out on your plan.
Yep. So
So
I did
um,
roll a 4, and with the honey I would have went down to a 4. So yeah, we're good.
okay,
okay.
so you managed to you put it in reverse because you got
Mm-hmm.
to back out. You got to back out because
Mm-hmm.
that's the way it came in. So you put it in reverse and you gun it, and you hit the guard, and like he falls off to the
Oh
ground
no.
on top of the
Ah.
but he just falls on top of the guy that's like the
Okay.
one that might be in more questionable condition
Okay.
who was
Okay.
vaping. And he like kind of tries to get up. You see him moving, but man, you are backing out and pulling out at Heist
Mm-hmm.
at a very rapid speed.
Mm-hmm.
And you do like a really slick little brake stall and donut and 180 yourself, and you're able to start driving out. And as you drive out, um with the one window being broken on Pandemonium's side, you can hear a noise of like you can hear people starting to yell, and then you actually hear an alarm noise start going
Oh
off of like
Oh crap.
Nice.
and as you guys are starting to drive off into the distance, Pandemonium, did you because everybody's been kind of doing something collectively to make their way out. Is there anything any actions you wanted to take as you guys are driving away? Because I
Uh,
mean, you're really the only one that would probably have access to anything to the outside if you wanted to do anything.
Bro,
um,
disengage the alarm.
we're in, we're inside. Can't
You're
do anything now. Let me hack. Grabs the bamboo stick, tries to hack on the bamboo stick.
roll criminal.
Nothing's happening.
Maybe it will. Roll criminal.
One.
One? Okay.
One.
What is your
That'll
current
do it.
criminal stat?
I don't know, because I got confused along the way, so
That's fair. I mean, I'm sure it's not a one. I'll say that much. I mean, even if it like I think you're fine because of the fact that you rolled a one. So in this situation, you somehow like you even you don't know how, but like you somehow managed this piece of bamboo somehow manages to somehow communicate as you tap on it. But in reality, as you're tapping on it, like you're seeing yourself like doing all this crazy stuff, but in reality, you took this piece of bamboo that's rather thick, and you ended it you actually whipped it out of the passenger side window, and you see it like it's like in slow motion as it's spinning around, and it hits a security guy in the back of the head, and he stumbles into an e-stop button which shuts off the alarm, and miraculously the alarm shuts off, and everybody's even more confused because it was on then it was off, and you hear faintly but like where's the bee, where's the bee, um and you all drive off through the utility vehicle gate, crashing through it, and hit the road, and you have the queen of all bees in the back of the van, and you got a nice stash of honey in your picnic basket of holding. Um, so
Heck yeah.
what this has gotten you um, is the so what we can do to kind of close this out, right, is we'll say like what this has gotten you, and then maybe say like real briefly, how do each of you kind of retire, right? And retire, how does your bear really retire? And then we can go over the stars and wishes at the very end. So um yeah, so what this gets you is you, with having the queen of all bees, you have the ability to set up the largest like hive and honey farm just off of this one bee, because you can exponentially it will bring in more queens, and you can just have rows and rows of honeycombs, and you can have honey just till the end of time. And you could maybe even start a honey business if you want. The point is that you not only have gotten some really good honey for snacks, but you also have a good foundation to basically generate honey that you can potentially retire off of, um, in whatever capacity you'd like. So let's go around and kind of say how everybody retires their bear as you guys have made your last heist a true success. Um, Feel free to whoever has an idea first can go. I won't pick.
Mine retires on a tropical island, like a jungle island full of
Nice.
bamboo.
Nice.
And he makes cups out of bamboo and fills them with honey drink like mead.
Nice. 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 I love that. Um, and then yeah, like and somewhere there's a somewhere like well, let's see what everybody else says, and then that'll help determine the thought I just had. So who's next?
I guess since I'm
Um,
the other hacker, I could go. So I mentioned it earlier, but my character would probably be on that same island just because of trying to be like to one up. And you would find a cave in like a mountain,
Okay.
and you would go inside of it, and apparently that they had found out some of the stuff that like the humans were doing, and so it's all decked out in bat gear. Like it's a Batman style bat cave. Like
That's
yeah,
hilarious. I
yeah.
love that. Okay. Nice. Nice. Who's next?
Chad moves back to suburbia with his mom and opens up a gym chain called Unbearable Gains.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's one last bear pun for the evening. You can still roll a
Nice.
d20.
Sure. That's a nat 20. That's crazy.
Nice.
Yay!
Nice. All right.
Oh,
And
darn, because I
last
had
but
one
not
more.
least, last but
That's
not least,
okay.
what? You if you have a bear pun, you
I
can use it.
I
That's cool.
do. I actually do.
Yeah,
I actually
please.
do. So, seeing as how her first and last heist almost came to a grisly end,
Yeah. Nice. Roll it.
uh, Bindi decides to just, she'll tend the bees. She's gonna go more domestic and, just kind of just farm and do have a more gentle side of life where you're not knocking people out with their vape down their throat. That was a
Okay.
10. So
Okay.
right
Okay.
in the middle. I like it.
All right. So, yeah, so essentially, so Bindi's the one that's really like been able to um set up the honey farm, right? And has a really like a really well
Yeah.
established business.
I'll just like send shipments to my crew every so often. I'm gonna keep you up. Yeah.
Exactly, right. That was my thought as well. That yeah, everybody would be getting their like their little dividend, checks
Dividends
or
in the
honeys
mail.
or honey shipments on a regular basis, right?
Yeah.
So Pandemonium and Harriet, yours gets airdropped in by a plane
Yes.
every so often. Um, and then like Chad, you have like you're supplying like your we'll call it like your healthy smoothie and coffee bar in the gym is like utilizing all like the honey ingredients that you get shipped to you. Um, and so like to use up the numbers here, so for Chad, your business is actually bringing in like when all is said and done, you managed to get your gym to like a chain of like 45 stores. And because
Nice.
40
Nice.
45 stores was 45 was the number you ended up in your D20 roll.
Heck
Um,
yeah.
and then Pandemonium, you actually pretty modest. You've got a nice setup where you've actually um it's like you're like, oh, this is my fancy condo hutch, and you've got like it's got 3 levels in it, right? Because you
Ooh.
managed to end up with in your next round you managed to end up with like basically like having points worth in about of around 3 if I was tracking correctly. um, and then Harriet, you have you have 6 priceless Batman collectibles in your cave that you would never part with, and you're just gonna sit on them, right? And wait until they become even more in value before you even think about ever selling them. You might die before you'd be willing to sell them. And then Bindi, you've managed to, believe it or not, it's crazy, and this is what makes you known in the region for having you have a total of 10 separate hives like that are like literally like these really long rows is each hive, right?
Hmm.
And so you have a series of queen bees in each of varying ages, right, and size of the honeycombs in each one, and
Mhm.
you're just cranking out product. You're kind of like the you're like the Walter White of the honey game. You're just pumping it out, man, like crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, so all of you had a successful honey heist, and I really hope that you enjoyed playing this evening.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Um,
fun.
So fun.
yeah, so if we want to go around like what is it? It said Stars and Wishes it's called. Yeah, is that what you said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
only if you have something to say. Like, it was
Um,
really enjoyable.
good, awesome. I would just say that it was a blast um to play with a totally brand new group of people and all different personalities, and I think everybody brought something very very different and fun to the table, which was cool, like a lot of different personalities, and it's fun to play with a group that like has courage to role play in whatever capacity they choose to, but to just be engaged, right, and offer
Mhm.
suggestions and ideas, I thought was awesome. So I appreciate that.
I had a
Great.
great time. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so do feel free to you know, say something positive on my behalf if you don't mind in a post at some point would be cool.
Hmm.
Um More than happy to play a different system with any of you that are interested. I know pretty soon we're going to be trying out Psychic Kids probably pretty soon. I'm thinking like early November for some. So more than welcome if you are not already engaged in that one. And but also if any of you are running stuff you want an extra player, I'm happy to get in on that too. So I'm glad y'all had fun and thanks so much for playing because it was a blast. And I look forward to hearing stuff back and checking out the recordings. And I will make sure you all get a link when I do get it out on some streaming so you can either listen to it or and I mean if you want to post videos of the live somewhere too, that's also fine. I would just say share some links. It would be great. Cool.
Yeah.
Yes,
Awesome.
thank
Heck
you.
yeah.
Thanks,
Thank you so
everybody.
much.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
for
Thank you
sure.
for
That was really
running
Thank
it.
fun.
you.
Thank
Really
you.
glad you liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Cool.
was
Thank
Have
you,
a good
awesome.
night.
Bill.
Yep. Take
Yeah.
care.
Good
Yep.
night.
Have a
See
good
you soon.
night.
Too.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.